I pull up, dropping buckets. Yeah, like it's nothing. In the kitchen, chopping onions.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Sports Podcast, where mindset meets tactics. We interview all of the superstars in the game of real estate. And today, I am super excited about this one. Eric, tell them who we're interviewing today.
Yes, I am your host, Eric Cusamano. So today we have the privilege of interviewing my good friends, Rudy and Miguel, the founders of Acquired.
Let's go.
The last few years, they built a profitable business, done hundreds of transactions from wholesale and fix and flip. Today, we're pulling back all the curtains of how they operate their business. So if you're a wholesaler, investor, an agent, someone looking to get in the business or scale, something I admire about them, they actually have a scalable, sustainable business that operates without them just being high performers. We're pulling back the curtains once again. But yeah, we're lucky to have you guys.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Man, thank you. Let's go, baby. Hey, I'm going to give you guys the floor for just 2 minutes, but give me the best, like, this is who I am, best intro of you guys. Let's start with Rudy, and then we'll get into Miguel. Rudy, who are you? How did you get into real estate and kind of where you're at right now? Like, let's just dive deep into this.
Get in it. All right, so my name is Rudy Gomez. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Acquired. I've been in real estate since I was 17. I actually started as a realtor's assistant and got my license as soon as I turned 18, and I sucked as a realtor. So hats off to you guys. Like, it's not an easy job. Like, it's not easy, right? Because when you're dealing with like families and homeowners, like, it's a big decision, a big emotional decision, right? So did that for 2 years, sucked at it, learned about the investment side of things, and now we're here today, right? We have 2 offices, one in Beverly Hills, one in Costa Mesa. We just started the company 2 years ago.
Wow.
And we're looking to expand to the Bay Area, down to San Diego, and bridge the gap in Central California.
Let's go, man. Did you come from money? I always ask people that.
No.
Tell me about that.
So I just found this out not that long ago. So the average bank account balance my family had, and my dad had 4 kids, was $800. Like, that was the average balance that they had, like, at all times. So I was like, I didn't even know that until like 2 months ago.
Damn.
Yeah. So
yeah. Hey, early in your 20s, were you that statistic? Like, I only had 800 in my bank account too.
Oh, dude, it was crazy. So everything that my parents taught me, I went against it. Like, all love to them. But the way that my dad taught me was like, hey, go to school, find a company that you like, work there for 30, 40 years as long as possible so that you can retire with your retirement plan.
Yeah.
And at one point, maybe that was a move, but not today.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the typical Asian Hispanic move right there, man. Go to school, be a nurse, you know, if not.
Filipino?
Yeah. If not, the post office is always hiring. You could be a mailman, doctor, be an accountant, right? That's awesome, man. Thank you for being on, man. Miguel. My dog, man. It's up, buddy. 24 years young?
I'm 24.
Years also. Years young, man. Years old. That's amazing. Tell us about how you got into real estate, bro.
So you guys know, obviously know, we got Rivera, also CEO, co-founder of Acquired. We got started 2 years ago, but it just started off like just doing a ton of deals, you know? Like, I had been in real estate for a while, you had been in real estate. But when we first got after it, I mean, it just started like buying deals, selling deals. And we worked at a corporate company that, you know, had a certain model, and it works well. There's still some parts of it that we implement within our business, but I would say a large part of it is like, how can we optimize it? That's hence what started all this, you know? When it comes to years of experience, bro, like, he's done retail. I started commercial. Well, essentially, I started actually at New Western as a sales agent when I was 18. And then I went into commercial for like 3.5 years. So I sold a bunch of apartments, then exchanges, triple nets, all that kind of stuff. So you basically like take that and you roll it back into investment, because that's like higher. I wouldn't say it's higher level investment than flipping, but if you could like figure out IRR and do all that shit in commercial, you could definitely figure out like residential gain.
Yeah, cap raise, really knowing your numbers.
For sure.
So yeah, that's up and over track record. You start off the large wholesaling company, and then you transition to commercial.
For sure.
What brought you back?
The market, dude. I had 7 listings that like absolutely went to shit when the interest rates went up.
As an agent, you were...
Yeah, as a commercial broker.
Commercial broker.
I had like 7 different apartment deals. Half of them were in escrow. By the time I think of like the second rate hike that quarter that they started shooting up, like 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, like, dude, all these deals blew out of escrow. It's crazy. What numbers they pretty much overnight, you know? Everyone's like, stop by, and capital markets stopped doing deals for like 30 days. It was
So
crazy.
you had to pivot.
Had a pivot, though.
I think a lot. I mean, statistically, there's a lot of commercial loans that are coming up, man. I don't know what's gonna happen with
Got to
that.
do
Yeah,
for the
it's-
last 2, 3 years.
Yeah, because the financing is a lot shorter period, right? And so they don't have to refi, but it may not make sense for them anymore at this point.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I see a lot of big investors taking a hit right now, losing investors' money, and it's big topic right now.
Who posted that? Brandon? No,
Yeah.
no. Is it Bearded Brandon? Somebody posted that. But how did you guys meet? Like how did you guys get connected?
Well, from the other company.
Okay,
So, yeah, we met at New Western.
gotcha.
Yeah, we were working there. We were both in acquisitions at the time,
Okay.
but I had done sales too, and there would be a lot of deals where he put out the deal and I'd sell it. Or there'd be also other times where we'd collaborate. I think the first deal we did was all the way in Ojai. When we go all the way to Ojai, right? As an acquisition.
I don't think any of us drove down.
I remember going every year. Yeah, for the showing. And yeah, that was I think that was the first deal we did together. We just worked really well. And we're just like, hey dude, like I think we can do things, our way a little bit better and scale it. So that's when we started the company.
That's like the vanilla story. Like, there were a lot of, like, long nights out or start a customer.
You just met at the company and decided to launch something together. No,
I think
things transpired.
I think choosing the right partner is super important. You guys have been at it for 2 years. Do you guys kind of already know? Because I know what he sucks at, but I also know what he's really, really good at.
Yeah.
Do you guys kind of know that? You guys figured that out already, or was that early on? Or were you guys dating each other first before you're like, nah, all right, we could kind of no pauses there, right? But we could. What I'm saying is, like, were you guys like, okay, how do I know if this is the right partner for me now?
I think you figure that out, like, seeing people do well and seeing them, like, not do so well, too. You see how people react to it.
Yeah.
I think we had a good period of just, like, doing deals, too. So we knew how each other work. And, like, over time, we'd hang out enough to be like, all right, we have enough in common of what we're trying to do for the next 5, 10, 20 years, right, with the company like this to go implement it. Because a lot of people, I'm just speaking for anybody that's working for these brokerages, a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, but not many really want to do everything it's going to take to be entrepreneurs.
You see that in entrepreneurs. I love that.
Oh, for sure. Like, guys like working on the business. We were like, we need our own business.
Wow. So not always
So what else was really like,
entrepreneur. I'm still in that. bro.
Entrepreneur and entrepreneur is a lot different.
for sure.
Yo, that's why I respect your guys is what you guys built at Acquired, because it's definitely the entrepreneur mindset. If you guys take off, your business still gonna run. Most wholesalers or wholesale companies I see, you're only there, or even agents, right? Like if you die, your business dies, right? How do you build something that lasts, that it grows with you or without you?
Yeah.
Essentially, I mean, obviously we're still working.
Every rate, but I lined up on the jacks and stuff, dude.
The peachy.
A lot of it's systems, bro. Like a lot of it's systems and having the right people. But having the right system also weeds out wrong people, right? Like, for example, like with our interview process, we're like changing things up with the interview process, putting hoops before they even come into the office, putting hoops before they even interview with him and I. And that weeds out the people so that by the time they do get on the team, it's high quality.
Yeah.
So it's also too like where just dumbing things down for people, right? Like for example, like checklists, right? Putting everything in a workflow or like visuals, like dumbing things down. So when people ask you a question, instead of you having to answer a million times, you just refer them back to the answer and or what system they can use to find the answer to.
I love that. It's important to meet people where they're at, dial it down. So
I also seen in a recent podcast that you guys kind of hire people with no experience.
Yeah.
Can you guys speak more into that? Why? Why would you hire somebody with no experience?
You ever watch Boiler Room?
Yeah.
Red Apple? When he's like, all right, who has their Series 7? He's like, get the fuck out of here. It's similar to that. It's like it's easier to just train people from the ground up because they're like empty vases. Like, okay, I've been in sales, I know this, but they're fully willing to learn the product, learn what we sell, how we sell it, the culture. Sometimes when you have like transplants from guys that have been doing it, they have their own way. you know, and it's hard for them to get out.
Train, like, what is the saying? Like, it's harder to train an old dog, new tricks.
Yeah.
True. I love that. It was like 70-something%, like it's something that joined, never had a real estate experience. And how long until they get their first deal?
40.6. We're trying to drop that to 30.
Days?
40.6 days.
Y'all hiring?
Always. So no real estate experience to come in, join acquired, and do a deal on average within 40 days.
Yeah.
Incredible.
For a question, quickly, since you guys have talk about your team. How many people do you have on your team? And I'll ask this question.
28 right now.
28. Okay, so I know that the level of obvious experience is different. Let's say you got a brand new person. How do you maintain teaching these people that are above here and then also teaching the brand new person to make sure that that onboarding process gets streamlined? Do you have somebody for that?
So this thing's like a whole ecosystem, right? Like when someone comes in, even before an interview, they get an interview with us, they usually talk to 1 to 2 people before it even gets like to our radar, you know? So all that's weeded out, right? We're actually working on some AI to do the recruiting for us, at least the prerequisites, and then have our actual recruiter admin do like the vetting and set up an interview with us. So that's like the first leg of it. When they come in, all the trainings are pretty secretized. There's like the drive, there's the CRM, and then there's also like an acquired chat GPT where they could ask it any question.
Makes sense.
To learn quite like anything you're dealing with, you can literally ask chat and it'll tell you.
You know what that means?
Like winter close, he did.
Wow.
A lot of it's like an assembly line too, like going back to what we were talking about earlier. He does acquisitions, I do dispo, so we will not start a new person in acquisitions, right?
Got it.
Because acquisitions, they're literally buying houses for us on our behalf,
Right.
right? So it's like they gotta at least, you know, do a couple, like we have one guy did 50 flips and then we're like, hey dude, acquisitions, right? But someone that's like newer, building like newer to real estate or sales, we start them in dispo, sales, and then from there we build them up.
Yeah, so they always have a designated person to go to within there too, though, right?
Yeah, so we kind of split up the roles. Fredo, you know Fredo, he handles like all the OC, acquisition and disposition maintenance, right? But the trainings, we split it up. We recently started having our new GM that's coming into the Bay, start doing trainings, recruiting. Yeah, there you go, Yanni.
Hey, shout out Yanni, man.
The kid's 20 years old. I think he bought 8 houses last month, somewhere around there.
On behalf of you guys or just
On
on
behalf of us.
Damn.
Everyone, the company.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to start somebody brand new on that position. Hey, Rob, I got us a house. It got us $1 million.
Controller. What the heck is
So that's dope.
It is for sure.
You guys had to figure that out early, or is that something that you're like, okay, we're gonna start this company, you be in charge of this, you be in charge, or organically did that happen?
We were kind of like, all right, what are you better at?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm not good at dispo. It's not like he's not good at acquisition. But it was like, all right, we could see ourselves like doing this.
So who does most of the training?
We split it up.
Yeah, respect that.
So I do acquisition trading, he does dispo trading. Recently switched it to like Fredo doing one and then Yanni doing the other.
Yeah, leverage them out because they've been trained by you guys for the most part.
Is what?
Yeah, really.
It's twice a week, every week.
And also too, I mean, if like for example, Yanni, we're trying to set him up to be a GM, like part of that, a big part of that is training, right? So we have a business coach and he says our biggest number one job is hiring, training, and retaining.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the number one job, right? And you know, even for us, going back to working on the business versus in the business, it's not the easiest detaching yourself from the everyday deals that you're doing. People are in deal mode, and I get it, right? Because that's how, you know, you make your money, the commissions. But once you start managing other people, your commission is based off of their commission, right? And the goal is like in the beginning, like, right, we had to kind of step away from doing deals, and occasionally we'll still do some from repeat. But we had to spend more time like really building the team, and we felt it, right? In the first couple months, like in the beginning, we didn't pay ourselves.
You go from making like $100,000 to like, fuck, well, I just made $3,000. It's
Really? Yeah, no, seriously.
we're losing money.
We usually from being production to running a team.
For sure. Dude, we paid ourselves the same exact rate as everybody else on the team up until 8 months later. We still pay ourselves the same rate, but now it's like residuals. But it took 8 months for us to really be like, okay, like it's up and running. Some of the guys are doing deals now. Like, let's, you know, scale.
100%.
For you guys, not production at all anymore, just every now one off.
Like 1 or 2 a month, if that.
Couple of months. But we've delegated a lot of contacts. At the beginning, it was like still half building and half doing deals because we hadn't quite like delegated everyone yet. But now like everyone's pretty set up with like our top acquisition, top sales guys.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's something I love about your guys' structure, and you have departments and you stick to that. Because even I met you first, you know, I'm a big buyer out here in my market. You pointed me to your dispo guy. You could have took that on and sold me the deals directly, probably saved.
Yeah.
But you stuck to the structure of the company.
Yeah.
So, which leads me to my next segment. How many deals has Acquired actually done year to date?
400.
100 in 2 years?
I'm looking at Miguel, and I know something of you. Yeah, 400 in the last 2 years. Wow, incredible.
What was your biggest month?
Last month, right?
Like half a mil. Before the flips, like half a mil and just like wholesale revenue.
So how do you, are you guys pacing now to do half a mil every single month now at this point? Do you guys
If we could close this month right, we'll do about 800. It's like just wholesale shoes, yeah. We have 38 deals closing this month that are not contingent.
If you guys were to start again, what would your first hire be? Or what was your first hire? Do you feel like you hired right?
You know, nephew was their first time.
No, bro.
You didn't hire right the first time.
No, we were hiring anybody that had a pulse. Like we were selling people on why they should work with us. Like
That would have been good.
we were selling people. No, dude. So there's only maybe like 4 people that are still with us that were with us from the beginning.
Yeah, like
And they're like leader, Yanni, Fredo, Jonathan.
Same with us, yeah. Yeah.
And we filtered out everyone else, and then the culture shifted like 360.
Really?
Totally different culture. Before, I will say, like, be honest, it was a lot of like frat party vibes type of thing. A bunch of young guys like party, and it was whole for while it lasted, right? But then that's not what builds a sustainable business. Like it was just all fun and game, which this is not fun and games, right? Like work hard, play hard. But now our culture is like very collaborative, very competitive. We have a more diverse team. Like it's changed totally. And what helped it a lot is we went to this sales leadership summit with Patrick Bet-David. It was cool. It was at Mar-a-Lago. It was like 2 years ago. We went last year, and
like a year and a half ago.
yeah, like half the time he was talking about culture, and I never really thought about culture because I was like, what does that even mean? Like the way we are, the way the company operates, like in a way, like psychologically too. And I didn't think about it at all. And seeing how much he emphasized it when we got back, like, dude, we have a culture playbook. We have a whole presentation, like a physical playbook on culture, company culture. And we started doing like these morning like huddles is what we call them. We have accountability partners, like, you know, we have leaderboards, like all that kind of stuff. Accountability is a big part of culture too. It's so cool to see when you see other people keeping each other accountable, and it has nothing to do with us. Like we have one of our guys, shout out Alan, right? Some guy called him and like was just asking him questions, picking his brain. On a Saturday, he did a 3-hour Google Meets with him just to role play. Wow. No one told him to do that. I didn't tell him. He didn't tell him.
Bro, I've seen it. I've seen these guys at like 10 o'clock at night on their own initiative, like role play with each other. They'll do like separate calls and then just go practice because they're like, all right, we all collectively need to get better.
Yeah.
That's insane. And as an owner, operator, you're looking at that, you're like, oh yeah, we built something right, you know, because they're taking it upon themselves to do that. I wish my agents would come into office and do that. How do you guys make sure that the training sticks? You guys test them on it?
It's got to be engaging. Right. And like you see it too. I think there's some people, and this is what's kind of hard, is like you have your A players that are in and out of calls and like they're doing their thing all day. But if they do need like extra help, I mean, we have one-on-ones with the team, right? Like he talks to sales guys, I talk to acquisition guys all week. And then sometimes we'll do like group activity review. But there's always a support, whether it's like one-on-one or whether it's in a group setting. We do like check-ins for KPIs, what do you need help with? Like even on a personal level too, right? Like what are you going through? You know, what are we all doing this for? It's a little bit more like, I don't like to think of it too much as like a family. We are like a family, but it's like a family, but also a high performance sports team, right?
Right.
Yeah. Like, hey, really think you got your back no matter what, but you got to fucking work your ass off.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that. And
It's a mix of both.
one of our coaching calls that we have with our real estate coach is one-on-ones. Main driver for production.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's like, hey, just a check-in. How are you? Personal, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's huge. I love that, man.
So,
Go ahead.
or just to touch on the one-on-one. So like, I used to do one-on-ones with my previous broker, and it made a game changer. And one thing that we talk about is like we talk about last week's KPIs, right? Like for sales is like how many properties did you show, how many investors did you add to your database, you know, did you sell a house this week? Just different KPIs that you do. How many meetings did you do in person, Google Meets? And then we go over things they felt good about, any wins. It could be personal, like he said. It could be business. Like we had guys like, hey, I've been eating healthier, or I lost X amount of weight. You know, I've been waking up, or I spent time with family this week, right? Then we talk about things that we feel that they need to focus to improve on, right? What are some things that we need to focus to improve on? That could be waking up earlier, right? Or it can be eating healthier. Maybe it can be, you know, making sure I cultivate my current list of buyers, making sure I ask for the Google Meets, right? Things that they like, actionable steps that they need to do. And then we go over goals for the next 7 days, right? So how many disclosures do you want to get? And it could be personal, it can be business. And we set long-term goals. Like one of our guys, Chris, for the longest, he wanted this Honda Accord 2.0 sport, whatever car. And it was on there for months, and he just got it like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and it repeats it. It's like, I always bring it up every week, right? It's like, hey, are we still good for this goal? Yes. Same, one of our girls, Nish, she like for the longest, she wanted to move to downtown Long Beach. She moved a couple months ago, right? Just putting it on there, reminding them, not just business, but also personal, helps out a ton.
It also shows that you care,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then you celebrate their wins, you celebrate their losses. That's super cool.
Yeah.
So you said the first part of the meeting is how are they?
Well, first part is KPIs. KPIs.
Second is how they're doing.
Yeah, like any wins for the week, things they feel good about.
Right.
Third was the things they need to focus to improve on for the next week.
Wow. And then fourth is goals.
And then next week we go over, hey, how'd you do? Did you focus to improve on? Yeah, review. Did you hit your goals? Did you improve on the things you said you were going to improve on?
With these one-on-ones, is that something you guys learned at Patrick's event?
So my period mix of doing it, I've done it at different revenue tools, whether it was group, whether it was one-on-one, whether it was a mix of it. Like you start picking up, okay, this is what's important to like motivate, guide, and lead people to, right? Because it's not, you don't motivate people just like, yeah, you're doing X amount of commission. It's like, what does that commission do for your life? Like, what is this to you? What is like your day-to-day do for you?
Tangible.
And if you could like pull that out of them, you could use that to help them.
I love that. What is like your weekly rhythms with the team? Is it mandatory meetings in person? Like what do you guys do?
Really on what mandatory in-person meeting a month,
It's a month. Okay.
but all the other meetings are like pretty mandatory, but they're virtual. These guys, like your pillows right around all day, so we can't like to be in the FFS when you have a walkthrough right after.
Are you guys in office?
Yeah.
Most times. Yeah.
Depends. Sometimes we'll do like stuff like this, lunches, dinners, meetings. But yeah, we're in the office for the most
There
part.
were two offices now, right?
Beverly Hills at Costa Mesa.
And you guys are both in the Beverly Hills.
Alfredo's at Costa Mesa.
So you guys are holding it down on Costa Mesa.
Yeah.
Love that.
So if you're looking to freaking do what?
We actually just are signing a lease right now for a bigger office. We'll
Or
have-
Beverly Hills?
yeah, we're doubling the office space.
Same building, yeah.
These guys are just making too much money, man. I'm about to. Hey, I'm now, bro.
That's what we always give shit, or people shit for when they leave at like 5, 6 o'clock while you're making too much money. Yeah. Or it's empty
Yeah, it's empty.
all day.
You got this big old building and it's empty.
But let's get into the wholesaling. I feel like that's what a lot of people want to hear. How many markets are you guys currently in right now?
Every market in California.
Every market in California. And the LA's our biggest. Rate these up by counties.
LA's number one. Bay Area. Bay Area and NorCal as a whole is starting to become like our number 2.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah, bro. It's untapped out there.
Super. They just saw 2 sack deals in 24 hours. Cheap is. I mean, we've done probably historically like 10 to 12 May deals. For surrounding city deals for the last couple of months. I think we could get the Bay to 20. LA right now, I actually checked the stats between everything. This is like pulls off a relist. I think last month we were number 1 in LA County for home buyers.
Wow. 2 years. Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
It's amazing. 4 years.
For a wholesaler.
Right.
Like Wedgwood's obviously number 1, right?
What was that?
Wedgwood's obviously number 1. They're buying like more than everybody. As far as our competitors, yeah. Right.
And then knowing how you track this is what, like, by double close?
You look at the tax rolls here.
Oh, the tax. Okay.
So this goes for anyone that's like closing on properties. If they assign it, you can't
There's no way on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching you guys. We're gonna get into tactics, but I was watching that you guys don't assign no more because of that.
Yeah, we please pretty bad.
What deal?
Yeah. Could we talk about that briefly? Like, just
So we sold this deal. It was your deal. Uli sold it to this guy on Facebook that he just met, like literally 2 hours before he bought it. But we should have known, you know. Like this guy, like he swooped on it quick, and it's normal for that to happen. Like we've sold deals same day to engaging or first like talking to somebody. But
what he says?
no, I'm saying it was his deal. What's it? You're the deal.
That's the one that quit.
He was the one that bought it. Yeah. Okay, so you sold the deal to Facebook in 2 hours or whatever of being on.
Yeah. So when did we find out? Like Monday, Tuesday.
Dude, I remember having that conversation. It's like, should we concurrently close or assign? We're like, nah, we'll say like 6K. Let's just assign it, right? Signed it. I called escrow for an update. I'm like, hey, how we looking? And they're like, what do you mean? We just refunded the buyer's money back like yesterday. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, they sent a cancellation, which is totally legal and like a mutual cancellation. But he signed the invoice, he signed the AOAA, like he signed everything. And they ended up canceling and then just buying it directly.
Oh, to hell, I had the seller's info and
Well, it was an on-market deal too.
Gotcha.
We had it below what it was listed at, right? Sold it the same day, and then they just called direct, and you know.
The craziest shit was on the tax roll. He bought it for the same price that we were selling it to him at.
Under his own name.
The credit, that's it. But it was like, dude,
what's the point of that?
you kind of like shafted us. It looks like someone's paying somebody in the middle, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically the simple boat.
I've had that happen, of course. You guys have been there. So what's the process from there? Just blacklisting that person?
Oh, he spent like 20 grand to go try to get like 50 back.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah.
but it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it on a business standpoint, but then what is that? Share it to everyone else. Like, you know, like I feel like long term, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You know, like don't mess with us.
It could have also been worse too, you know? Like 50 G's is 50 G's, but I think that taught us early on, like, okay, let's run the model more efficiently and more securely.
So can you guys explain the model, like A to B, B to C, for those who might be watching like that? Maybe you're just doing assignments right now.
Somebody that wants to learn fresh off the just like YouTube videos of wholesaling, and it's just like, but somebody just teach me, man. I want this video to be the one where like, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah. So should I reframe that question for me, bro?
Well,
For the
yeah, so for anybody that wants to get into wholesaling, brand new, wet behind the ears, doesn't understand what that even is, can you kind of just explain the process, A to B, B to C?
So obviously starts with an offer, right? Whether it's an agent, wholesaler, seller, whoever you're selling or buying from. Contract the deal, right? We have our own forums. There's car forums. Most of our deals are all car forums. The sellers are a little bit more comfortable using them too.
understand.
At least from our experience, or obviously agents want to use them.
I agree.
So go car forum, buy the deal. When we contracted during our investigation period, and sometimes a little past our investigation period, we'll go sell it to our investors. So we send out the deal, mark it up, do a showing, try to do it one time, right? So there's not too much back and forth. You try to sell it as quick as possible. Or usually we could get a showing going within a day, right? Try to sell it ideally during the investigation period. Buyer puts an E&B if they want it. We put an REMD, and then we'll go for whatever the case. If the buyer needs an extension, we'll go usually for that with the contingency rule. So we have EMD and buyer's already logged in. They sign a separate contract to buy it from us after we close it. Because in California, it's legal. Like if someone's buying a property from you after COE and you're not using their funds to fund your transaction, then it's completely legal. But some people get it confused with like a double close, which is stealing. We actually had it happen to us one time. They used our funds to go close up our deal.
It's totally legal, by the way, in California. Illegal.
So let me ask you then, that means you guys are funding every single deal and then closing on it on the back end?
Yeah. So we have a line of credit for those, like a new guy. If I was brand new and I had like a 90K assignment fee or 50K up, I would probably like reach out to some transactional lenders and pay whatever half a point to a point to just give you the money to secure it.
You guys don't use transactional funding anymore?
So It technically is
Right.
a transactional credit, but it's a line of credit. It's not like a fixed free.
Does the Easy Street still do transactional funding? Like, what's a good lender for the guests that, you know,
I don't know for like
they're at the pay us promo code?
For sure.
Promo code Rudy.
ET. Are you making some hot things here? Put that in there, guys.
what 1% off.
Yeah, so what transactional funding company would you recommend?
There's a couple. I don't know if Easy Street does it for just anybody or what they charge on that side. I know when we started with Easy Street. Let's see. We use ARV. I know Dio and Bob at ARV do transactional money. ARV Finance.
ARV Finance, nice.
Yeah.
We use them for our flips, yeah.
We've had other wholesalers that couldn't get the assignment over to us use that to fund the deal and then sell it to us because our cost of our line is pretty cheap, right?
Right.
Like relative to like the amount of deals we do. It might be a little more expensive when you start, but it is worth it to secure, especially when you're ripping like 50, 100. If you want to just not have to worry about it, pay whatever, a couple grand, 10 grand, just to do it, I'd recommend something like that.
Wow.
Working.
Just like for the concurrent close, just think of it as like an A to B, B to C escrow, right? A is the seller, B would be us as the wholesaler, and then C is the investor.
Got it.
So you got the A to B escrow on this side, the B to C escrow on this side. We're the buyer on the A to B. We're the seller on the B to C.
Right.
We're a principal in both transactions. It's a clean cut, 2 separate transactions. So think of it as like flipping the house without doing any fixing.
Cool.
So we're technically on title for about 24 to 48 hours because we can currently sell it to an investor. Now, sometimes we try our best to like not record on a Friday because then we'll own it over the weekend and then record Monday. And like now we have to get insurance for 2 days. So
Lake County.
yeah, exactly. So it's better to just, align the closings. But yeah, we're on title. You chose our LLC for a very short period of time. But it gives us more control over the transaction because it's 2 separate, clean-cut transactions. We're a principal on both.
And less questions. Because the seller's not asking, like, oh, like, where's this going to go? Or who's this assignment?
Exactly. You're introducing a new party, and it starts to raise red flags, right? They're like, okay, what is this? Like, you already brought people to the show in. I don't know them. Now I'm selling my house to them now.
Right.
Right. And another thing, too, like, the benefit of concurrently closing is you become a buyer in a sense. Because you are buying the house, right? So people can look you up. You see tax rolls. Like, we get calls all day. Like, oh, I saw you did this deal. It was a wholesale deal. But not every agent necessarily knows that.
No, so they bring you more deals.
So they bring you more deals.
Insane.
Your guys' company is Coco, right? Coco Acquisitions, or
Yeah, that we buy.
that you buy under, and then acquires the
Brand to sell deals.
brand.
DPA. That's fire. Guys, I don't think anybody's ever explained it like that.
Yeah, it's very right now.
Man, thank you guys so much for going in depth with that. Because if I was a new person searching YouTube and I saw that, I'd be like, I'm about to be rich.
Yeah. It's so funny because I remember when I was learning the concurrent closing, this was back in maybe like 2021. And I was like, my broker was like, don't even try to Google it. Like, you're not going to find anything online.
Right.
Because it's what you're going to find online is the concurrent closing of when a seller sells their house to buy another one, like to literally move into it. And that was the definition that was out there. But now with like social media and like people are learning more about wholesaling, it's becoming a lot more popular. Now it's more out there like that, right? Which it wasn't 5-6 years ago, which is pretty cool to see.
And what's the risk in that? Like, I know with the concurrent close, you guys have to fund it first. Do you guys essentially wait until the buyer is ready to fund on their end?
Already funded, and they are refunded. Yeah.
You fund.
They literally have to be like set up to record, or essentially for us to fund it. Like all docs are in order, letters, instructions, deeds. Like every last signature has to be in. Everything before we ever set up on it.
Before everything is sent in. I love that.
The
But you're not using their money because that'd be a double close. I love it. Okay.
the downside to that, well, usually, but
It's like we
Disclaim. Not even to fund gray areas. That's funny. Man, that's amazing. Let's talk about, is that something that you guys learned? As far as, because did you get caught with a bag before? Like, what I mean by is like, do you get caught funding something and then they didn't end up closing on it on their side?
we've never had unsuccessful concur.
Oh, okay. I was about to say he's
Shaky one time, but we like managed to.
We diffuse that. That little bomb about to go off for sure.
Yeah, well, that's why
we've experienced those.
well, like it's important who you work with. We always talk or show real estate is a team sport.
Yeah.
Coming down to escrow, the title, every player on that field is important,
Yeah.
right? Because if they don't get it done, it messes everything else up.
Is Acquired still actively chasing or looking for investors, or do you feel like you guys have a good list, or how do you guys vet that?
Every day.
We're actually like more on the cleaning the list though. Like we bring in new people while we're so quick to just like remove it active.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I got removed from the CRM the other day. I was talking to my dispo rep. It was like, hey, bro, I didn't get this deal.
Cool bike.
Yeah, like, yeah. He was like, legally. He was like, oh, bro, like you're on D&D on the CRM.
Did you? I'm about to call Legacy. Hey, replace him with me, bro. With me, bro. We'll be on it. I'm his acquisition manager. Does it?
No, the goal is for these guys to get 2 a day. 2 new disclosure, 2 new investors a day. Because we want to grow the list as big as possible.
Is this how you guys manage like to say, okay, you guys aren't meeting your metrics, you're not a good fit? Is that how you guys do it? Are you guys firing people
Oh yeah.
constantly or not? I mean, hopefully not
The
constantly.
ratio from like people getting fired to people quitting is probably like 90% of us Canada. But it's also a little hard to make it through the door, you know? Like we try to make it every week. We're trying to make it harder to get in the door.
I love that.
And one thing I will say though,
Have to.
like let's say they're not necessarily hitting their numbers, right? But they're in the office every day. They're on the trainings. They're asking questions on the trainings. They're engaged, right? They're asking the team other questions. Like you can tell they're hungry. I'll work with them all day, right? I'd rather have someone that's like that, because I've also had other guys. They come in, sell a house first week, but they're not with the program.
Right.
They don't want to come to the office. They're not on the trainings. They're like, I can just do whatever I want to do. Those are easier. Those are harder to tame than the ones that's like they're hungry. They're not quite here. Because it took me 3.5 months to do my first deal as a wholesaler. It took me like 8 months to do my first deal as an agent. So I myself was a late bloomer myself, right? But I was always in the office, always asking questions, like super hungry.
Yeah. It's fire.
So it also comes down to like their motivation and can they fit in with the culture.
So, okay, so just for this segment here, if somebody's watching this video and is like, man, I really think I have what it takes, how could they reach out to you guys? Like, how would you want them to reach out to you guys?
You can literally Google us.
Acquired, and then they'll submit like a resume
Send a message through Instagram. Acquired KM. I'm Rudy.C. Gomez and
Big as well as I would.
Mickey Swamp. We're gonna put that on the description. Just guys, just reach out to these guys if you really feel. Don't waste their time, please. But if you really feel like you have what it takes, man, these guys are actively looking. So, that's amazing. Let's go back into tactics. Yeah.
I have a really good question.
Wait, to end off on that though, like numbers are important, but the right numbers are important. So if they're like disclosing the right amount of people, they're making the right amount of offers if they're acquisitions, and they just cannot do a deal for the life of them, it's okay. Like they will, you know?
Yeah.
You see people catch fire like months later. But the guys that are writing like 3 offers a week are like, dude, this is never gonna work. You'll never put yourself in a position to really learn it, bro.
It's a numbers game.
It is.
Like what you guys are talking about, you're either showing effort or you're bringing in results.
yeah.
Right? It's one of the two. If not, then what are we doing here? It's not a daycare. Exactly. Talking about, so going back to the tactics, maybe this is a more of a dispo question. Something I admire about Acquired is like we're not on like this other sites that blast all these deals. I'm not gonna mention no names because I buy off those too. But like we're not on those sites. Kind of got your own control, your own program, your own buyers list. What's working for your team, the dispo guys? Like, where are they finding their buyers?
Yeah. So one thing we want to like, and I was like really big on this, is like I want to get away from just being seen as like a wholesale company, right? We want to like position ourselves as like a real estate consultant, right? A consultant, investment consultant company, right? Like that white glove service. Because when people think of wholesalers, like they don't got the best rep, right? They don't. I was a realtor before and they did not like wholesalers. So like if you position yourself as like an asset to their team, white glove service, like, hey, if you want to get on our list, it's totally free, right? But we do ask to jump through some hoops, especially if there's no relationship there. So in order for them to get on our list, right, we asked the team to either invite them to one of our offices, maybe they go to one of their projects. I'm a big fan of that, like visiting their project sites, because then you can really understand what they're buying, their process, pick their brain. And investors, you show them like one of their flips, it's like a kid showing their sandcastle. Like they get super excited, right? Like, oh yeah. And then you just like, dude, like, did you pick this out yourself? And then their ego boosting, we're contractors. Yeah, right? Love it.
That's funny.
So that, or maybe they invite them to one of our projects, or maybe let's say they're far, right? I don't expect them to drive to Fresno. So Google Meets or a Zoom call, they walk them through our buying process, figure out a game plan on how to work together. And I always say it's like, hey, like the face-to-face interaction, it's not necessarily solely to describe our buying process and walk them through it, because you can do that in an email, you can do that in a text, you can do that in a voicemail, but it's really to build that relationship, right? Like how can you cut through all the noise? Because like you said, you're on all these other platforms. Like how many other wholesalers, agents, realtors, other investors are sending you deals?
Probably got 3 calls right now.
Exactly, right? So it's like, how can we position ourselves so that you call us back first, so that you reply to our text first, and then open up our emails before those other 3 people? It's like, how can we position ourselves for you to have more eyeballs on us before other people?
Yeah, because some people are, I mean, a lot of people are slanging the same deal, right? So how do we make sure that they come to you?
Exactly.
There's levels to it. It's like when we call you, it's the buddy call. Like, all right, this guy's like got something I'm actually gonna buy.
Oh, I love that.
That's where we trade. Like, we try to regulate the inventory as much as possible. We're not trying to just put out shit.
No.
If we're not like, okay, I could see a player, we're just not gonna put it out.
We're just underwriting.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's, dude, half my day. I'd say probably like 30% of my day is just underwriting deals with these guys. Right? Trying to get it right before it ever like hits anyone's inbox.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is be sending out a whole bunch of deals that aren't deals, and then you lose credibility with the investor. They're not going to be as excited when Alfredo calls me. I'm going to make sure I pick that phone up. When Ray calls me, you know what I mean?
And then there's other wholesalers that it may take you a couple of days to get back to them, right? Like, hey, is this one still available? And they sent you a message a couple of days ago, right? So it's just more of a, how can we position ourselves to where they see us as like an asset, like in a sense, almost a way like part of their team, like their acquisition guy of their team. So they go through that, walk them through a process, they sign a 2-page investor acknowledgement, and then they get added to the list, right? And we're also like pretty strict on like who stays on. There's a guy that I did 2 deals with, he was on the list, and then the 3rd deal, he just dragged it on an extra month and a half, and I was like, dude, like, I don't like working this way. Even though I did 2 deals with him, it's like we're pretty strict with who our list is, because our acquisition agents work so hard to get these deals under contract. The last thing we want is for these buyers to just blow up any of these deals.
It's important for them to make your job easy too.
Yeah.
It's a partnership at the end of the day.
And they're making money. And a lot of our business happens to be repeat though, right? So that means we're working with like a lot of the right people, and there's a good system in place.
That's why I asked if you guys are looking for more investors. Eric's not buying right now. I am though, so I'm like, just send them over to me.
Very departmentalized, very structured. Like you even send an acknowledged agreement to your buyers. Could any dispo rep sell that deal to that buyer, or like how's that work for you? Like what's discussion? Like you know what I mean?
Good question. So I let the investor decide, and at the end of the day, it comes down to who has the best relationship, right? It's not about, because I've been there where it's like seniority, right? Where it's like, oh, this guy's been here longer, so you have to split with this. And I don't like that, right? It's who has the best relationship. If the investor says, hey, I want to work with Rudy, then, but it's like, no, let's say they connect. Let's say he's working with me, but then he connected with you at a networking event, and I'm not really calling him, and he barely knows me, but like he connected really well with you at a networking event, and you guys clicked it, right? And he's like, dude, I want to work with you better. Like, by all means, I'm all for it, because what are the odds of him actually buying a deal for me if he barely knows me, right? Versus he knows you, he has a relationship with you. And, if you beat me to it, like, that's on me, right? Because I didn't build that relationship strong enough from the beginning. So that's my fault.
That's why I just seen that with other companies. Like, these people work hard to add them to their buyers list, and then they blast it out, and then someone ends up selling it to their buyer. It creates a whole
Culture. Yes, culture's not good.
culture.
Yeah, everyone's stepping on each other's toes, which is what we don't want. Yeah, versus like if they say, oh, I'm working with Eric. Oh, dude, you're in great hands. Like, Eric's my boy. Like, I hope you guys buy a deal together.
Right.
And the investors know that too, because they're like, oh, these guys are not cutting each other out, right? There's not
Huge.
like, like their politics are in order, and that puts them a little bit more at ease. Because if we play like that, they know, like, if I get into a transaction with these guys, they're gonna treat it right.
That's huge. That's that white glove service.
If you see other people fight for it, they're like, bro, these guys can't even figure their shit out.
That's not culture.
That's what I tell my agents, man. There's Motel 6 agents, and then there's 5-star. Like, you know.
Four Seasons.
Yeah. What do you want?
Something with the acquisition side too, like, I'm pretty strict with who's direct. Like, if it's coming from a daisy chainer, some guy that sent it to another guy that sent it to another guy, it's like, dude, if we have a relationship with the main guy that has it, we're doing that deal with him,
Yeah.
right? Or on the flip side, if it wasn't on the radar beforehand, right, and someone else brings it to us, we got to always include that person in the deal. Like, if they bird dogged a deal for us, that guy gets paid. Like, we don't cut out people. Even if we got to share half our fee, it's like, dude, this was not on our radar. We're paying you for it.
That's great. And that now that you brought up acquisitions, all day, cut out all day, and especially with inside your own company, it's not right.
That's right.
So, diving deep into the acquisitions now, I know you handle more of the acquisitions. If I was a new wholesaler, maybe I'm joining a company like Acquired, which I love the name, by the way.
Yeah, it's such a sick name.
What would you recommend if I needed to get a deal in the next 7 to 40 days? What would you recommend for them to do?
Pound the fucking payment on the MLS, dude. Go whole list. I mean, just get access to an MLS account, right? Go get access to it. Go reach out to every agent that's doing every fixer deal. There's keywords, dude. These like fix and flip, rehab, potential. Like, throw out all your keywords. Call every agent you can. Text blast them, email blast them, and just make connections with the people that are already doing fixer deals. It's your easiest way to a paycheck. You do that, like we do stats. People that are doing 20 offers a week usually convert on 2 to 3 deals a week once they get down in for the first couple months. It's not going to be that way from the beginning. Some people catch fire early, some don't. But that's really what it is. It's just from hammering these agents as much as possible because it's basically free, right? Like, could you borrow an MLS account today if you wanted to? Probably borrow like 50, right?
Just DM me.
Right, let me get first right. Yeah, okay.
No, sometimes we've had like people come in without a license. We're like, we'll tell a homie, hey, I'll give you $100 if you let us use your account for like a month or whatever. Then it'll be like a year later still using it. It's like once you get the first password, you know?
So, hey, man, you changed your password, bros. Another $100.
But that's like the easiest, cheapest cost per lead way to do a deal.
Right.
Spire, stay sorry.
Great advice, man.
And you can also find out what agents are doing off working deals on the MLS too.
For sure.
It's pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, yes. 90% of sellers are still meeting with an agent. You'll be a fool to try to just focus on just direct to seller because that's only 10% of the market. If that's even like the correct numbers, I know I just read something like that yesterday. But yeah, 90% of the deals out there, they already raised their hand, they want to sell. You just got to go count the MLS.
I always thought about it as like, if I have 100 agents that I actually have a connection with looking for deals for me all day, they're just like your gooses, like bringing in the eggs, you know?
Right. Like Jamil talks about, he's very heavy on agent outreach. And yeah, it's good. Do you guys do a lot of direct to seller?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
We've done it in the past. Like, we bought leads. I think the best lead conversion I've ever seen, at least on our end, was some guy that brought me a deal at Diamond Bar. It was $1,000 lead. The fee ended up being like $120K. But that's not
Everyone brought you the deal. Like when you're
like full sellers spending money on PPC, PPL leads, and then they bring deals to us through Dispo.
Gotcha. So other wholesalers are just going to you and be like, hey, I got this deal. Can you help me dispo it?
Right. And a lot of these guys do a lot of PPC, or they're spending thousands on text blasting, campaigns, all that kind of stuff.
So diving deeper into your acquisition team, they're mainly scouting MLS, working with agents, working with other wholesalers, and then that not so much direct to seller, but you're still considering them acquisitions because they're locking up the deals.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Like a good acquisition agent, we actually, Yanni, that 20-year-old kid, he wrote 30 offers yesterday.
Wow.
Blind, most of them blind. He walked like 4 of them, or whatever the case, right? And we always tell our guys, like, try not to go blind. Like, I tell them, you'll have a better conversion if you go build a relationship. Go shake their hand. Even if it's on a Supra, find an excuse for the agent to go open the Supra. Like, hey, dude, my Supra's not working. Can you meet me out there? Right? They can work for it. But it's really to put a face to it, right? because just like buyers with you guys, right? Like you guys sell to different people, they kind of get swapped in and out, right? Like you'd have your aces, like you guys you're working with for years, but I've got calls like, dude, I am tired of working with this like group that I sell to. Like you're my guy now.
Wow, that's huge.
And it's like being in the position to get there, to win business. Because a lot of these guys do have their repeat clients, but some shit goes wrong, there's an opportunity to swoop in there.
So
Or you just played out, just beat them, They're like, I want to get the best deal for my seller. They're like, okay, these guys are being competitive and getting aggressive every deal. Like, I'd rather work with these guys.
Bro, and speaking into that, not to share, no names, but big company. I mentioned his name to you guys earlier. I opened escrow, 20K EMD, and not refundable. I didn't do my due diligence because we'd done deals before.
Yeah.
And it comes down to relationships. We got to the closing table and they weren't delivering clear title. It had a whole bunch of stuff dealing with the city. It had a whole bunch of even a stipulated judgment with almost like a lawsuit involved with the city, that the city hired an attorney because they had all these citations, and they weren't delivering clear and marketable title, but they changed the print on the contract to just deliver insurable title. I asked for my EMD back because I don't want to walk into a lawsuit.
So you didn't know you signed that.
And I don't want to walk into all these violations that I was not aware and disclosed about.
Sheesh.
And they forced me to close on that deal.
Very
Luckily, I have the experience and I have the connections with the city to push it through. So I took it bail instead of losing 20K. But they essentially forced my hand. I was like, man, we've been working together for years. Kind of blamed it on the broker. And bro, it's tough, man. Relationships matter.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro. Anyways, moving on.
Our thing is we try to prevent that, right? Like we dig into the situation. If it's gonna be too hairy, there's too many moving parts on it. It's like, all right, let's get it at least priced right for it, or let's trim up some of the hair and end up paying more. Because our goal is to make it as smooth as possible. If there's violations, let's get ahead of getting this cheaper. Off the bat, right? If there's a seller in possession, let's get a fat holdback for it. Not just give me the deal. It's no, let's market this to where someone can actually deal with the hair and have enough bandwidth to deal with the hair.
It's create win-wins. Shay, people think business is one side has to lose, one side has to win. No, it's a win-win. That's how you build something sustainable.
Yeah. And repeat business and referrals, and repeat business is the best type of business, always, 100% of the time.
Can I ask how many deals are MLS deals? Percentage-wise, are this?
Going down and down every month. It used to be half. Right now, it's at 35%.
Wow.
Agents are bringing you those deals instead of listing out there.
All right, why would they even go to market, right?
Be double this.
We also flip too, so they we promise listbacks if it's a good deal or if there's room for it, so it attracts more agents. And even just some agents know who's a wholesaler and who's not. They're like, okay, we'll bring you this now. So by us doing more flips, we opened up a ton of contacts that we had in queue that weren't necessarily down to wholesale, but now that we're flipping around, okay, I'll give it to you guys.
I was recently watching a podcast with Harmozy Hallett, and he was just saying that he tripled down on some of his marketing and ad spend. Do you guys spend money on marketing and ad spend, or
It takes you enough videography,
videos?
media.
Okay, leveraging what people already use for free. Yeah,
It's more to grow the brand, the business, though, right? Not so much for deals.
Except you. Deals that come off of it, but the biggest thing has been bringing in new people, showcasing the culture, showcasing the potential with it. And that's what has grown our team probably the most out of anything we've done, out of any Indeed post, out of any LinkedIn blast.
And but I still want to talk about acquisitions, but I love the name. How do you guys come up with Acquired?
I came up with the name.
that's
No, dude, I just woke up one day because we were going back and forth. What are we gonna call it? Fucking this capital sourcing, this fund. It's I don't know, dude. I was thinking about acquired properties. Why don't we just call it acquired? Yeah, it's when people talk about buying deals. I just did a deal with acquired.
This fire is so good.
I just acquired a property through them.
This company just acquired, bro. He called it right. I just sold for $1 billion, dude.
Billion.
That would it be? What are some KPIs that you put in place for your acquisition team?
So, offers made, offers tied to walkthroughs, because walkthroughs are just as important as blind offers. What offers don't really mean shit sometimes. So, offers, walks, contracted deals, deals put out to the network, which contracted and deals put out are not the same. Like, I think one agent pissed off about this situation, but I think he contracted 4 deals this week or 3. He didn't put out 2 of them. I'm like, we cannot run this play. One was like a shit deal, and one, the paperwork was a little too hairy. I'm like, no one's going to do this, like contingent upon their exchange and a bunch of stuff. So contracted, deals put out to the network, deals that have sold, deals closed, right? Those are the most important KPIs. But the most important is offers made, because all that other stuff comes with that.
Correct. Starts at that part of the funnel. Offers made. Are you guys writing car forms, or are they more like LOI? For each offer for it to be qualified as an offer is a car
Has to
form.
be on paper. Unless it's a wholesaler bringing it to you, then a verbal offer counts to them, because there's no other form aside from an assignment or an option that goes into it.
Are you guys writing those up, or are you asking the listing agent to represent?
Everyone writes up their own when they represent the transaction, because our guys are licensed agents. That also is like a key part of it, is mine and his name is detached from their name, right? On the offer, they're the agent, we're the buyers, and it helps us collect more commission. And they kind of play it like it's separate. Okay, these guys we're representing them as a whole. Yeah, the commission, they get their split, we get the house split, everything. But essentially, it's like one whole buying party, right? So it's easier to negotiate from that perspective when you have someone on your team that's repping and it's separate from the buyer's name.
So I know we're not going to talk about, comp plans, but when your agent acquisition writes an offer, are they asking for a commission, or are they just repping the buyer, and the buyer obviously...
Where the buyer, the commission gets added to the total fee.
Okay, so that helps. Yeah.
Like how we look at deals, it's like a net fee. Like when that comes from commissions, credits, wherever, it all gets added to the net.
I love that. Yeah, so you count it as whatever title assignment fee.
Right.
It's not an assignment, but okay.
So that's what's important, is like if they rep, they're going to write it. If the agent's going to rep, then they just send it directly to us.
Send it directly to you guys.
I know when you guys flip, who do you send those deals to sell them?
We've listed a good amount of them. If it's an agent, I'm a little bit more picky with like who gets the relist, right? To have control over it. If it's a top agent or someone that we're trying to do a relationship play with, we'll give the listing. If it's a little tight and we have to go list it, because we're set up as a brokerage too. If we can go list it for free, we can usually make a good amount of deals worth more.
Right. Depends on the meat on the bone, essentially.
For sure, it saves some. It doesn't save time, but it saves some cost just to get in the door. Like, especially with the team flips, we'll usually just do that because it's a team effort. Like, someone will go run the open house. Like, it's a little internal.
I did watch that segment. How do you guys determine like splits on your team flips? Sorry, we're gonna get into the flipping side now, Eric, because my mind is just like it's so much.
What makes you determine whether you guys are going to buy the deal or sell the deal?
Okay, I mean, I know we're looking for, like for team flips, we want straightforward ones because, like for example, like the one that we bought in Lawndale today, right? That one purchase is $570, so the buy-in's not crazy, right? Compton, we bought that one for $490. South LA, I think we bought that one for like $470. So the buy-ins were fairly like, minimal, and then also they were straightforward, right? We weren't like necessarily adding square footage or doing, because we have some other flips like one in Redondo Beach where it's like a what?
Fuck is that here, bro?
Yeah,
Dude, like
400K rehab,
right? Close to 4.3.
It started to get to like 350 to 360. Yeah. But we wouldn't been at something. It's been in and out of plan check for like 5 months, and we're still like 2 months out from being done.
Yeah, it's the worst.
And like before those 5 months, we were working on it for like it's been like an absolute mess. So we're like, all right, the team, if we're gonna put them in a deal, it's got to be like local. They got to get eyes on it. They can go shoot their content, go grow their personal brands using those projects, but then also help with the actual construction or whatever it is, right? Like go open up for this guy, go show it, go do a check, go pull a draw, right? If we need to go do the rehab. It's a team. It is a team flip, but it's also a team effort. But we also don't charge, like you said, split. We don't charge them a project management fee. Nothing. Because because we have our project manager that we just allocate, right? Most of the stuff to.
So what you said, Rudy, is like if it's a straightforward flip, you guys will pick it up. As you see, in the team.
Yeah. If also too, we also have like a private money fund. Those are we're willing to take like bigger swings on those. Like we had one in Orange. We sold it already. Redondo Beach, a couple in Alhambra.
But like, why? I mean, flipping is just freaking stressful.
Yeah, it is.
Like, you're not just
Also, it's a little more autonomous though. Like we hired a guy that was working with an institution for almost like 10 years. So he has it down, like from the economics to systems to when to pull permits, the checks. Like he also
Design.
Okay.
We hired a designer.
2 designers, like a low end one, high end one for all the projects.
So it doesn't really take too much of your guys' time because it's like you kind of.
You could take more until we hired the project manager, because before we had the general contractor, and a lot of learning lessons there because it was just him and I. But then we ended up hiring a project manager who they brought their general contractor, and then we connect them with a designer. So now it's a lot more streamlined, and we don't have to necessarily worry about a lot of like what color should we do the cabinets and what backsplash for the kitchen. Like I hate that.
It takes a whole month.
Job, by the way, I seen some of the rehabs where I like that stuff.
Well, it's cool too, because like if these guys didn't get paid on a Tuesday and we're gonna pay our project manager Friday, he just bridges it. He's like, okay, don't worry about anything. Like just pay me routinely here, and I'll take care of all the little buys, all the little maintenance.
Yeah, last thing you want is subs calling you all day like, hey, pay me this, or that's scalable. So
I mean, we have 11 right now between like LA County. I think what Palos Verdes, Redondo Beach, Cerritos, 2 in Alhambra. They're all spread out. A couple in South LA. We have one in View Park going up on market Tuesday. So it's just a good mix of pockets. And our next stop is probably going to be NorCal. Like we're working on getting an operation out there to pick up more NorCal deals. Because we're already wholesale
as the actual buyer,
as flips.
right?
Yeah.
So okay, basically, whether you decide to keep it or flip it is based on just your guys' buy box, essentially. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like if we're gonna make 20K wholesaling it gross, and we could go make 100K flipping it might make more sense to use go flipper.
Yeah, numbers sound good.
But sometimes we're like, okay, we could wholesale it for like 60, or we could flip it and make like 90. We might just wholesale it at 0 risk, 0.
See, I just got to do that. What else? I'm not doing this.
One thing we look at a lot is cash on cash return. Like how much do we have to spend and how much are we getting back? So like let's say we're only making like 40K, but it's like, hey, if we spend 40K to make 40K, like I'm all for that.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's the number one metric most people don't track, and it's the most important. Showing cash return. Yeah,
That's how we look at it. Even honestly, like even if it's less, like a 20 grand deal, but we only spent 20 to make it, like that's a deal, right? You're doubling up. Doesn't matter how, like, it's a cash on cash.
With current market conditions, does it scare you at all, or are you guys just doubling down?
You just gotta be careful of the pocket. Like we're big on, if it's a clear shot and it's tight, as long as the inventory is not super saturated, we'll do it. Like we're big on that. If it's too questionable, if there's too many actives, there's too long days on market.
Okay, so you guys love that.
I don't care like what the spread is, it's gonna be risky, right? Like we can go buy deals in Yucca Valley all day long, right? Or like pennies over a dollar. But it's like, dude, this might be a 6-month haul, you know? Yeah. Right. We rather buy like a tighter deal like San Gabriel Valley that's gonna go fly because there's 10 closed to like 2 active in that market.
Yeah.
So it's not just pricing, it's timing with it. Because of the front too, like we pay interest on the money, so the exits on the projects are so crucial. Right. Everything's got to stick to a schedule. So even more important than like the price or projected cash on cash is the exit. How quickly are we going to exit?
Yeah, the risk tolerance on that. And
For sure.
yeah. So you guys are really doing a deep dive in each market too, like looking at the actors. And
It helps though, because like we've done hundreds of deals in each pocket. We've seen investors make money, tons of money, maybe just tons of money in certain pockets. We're like,
it's a laser company.
a little bit. We have like an internal map of every deal, like what we sold it for, pick up. Like, so we, at any given notice, you could just pull up like what we've done and be like, okay, we could replicate this. But what do you even want to replicate this, you know?
Right. Because I was telling the team on Monday that, dude, 50% of homeowners have an interest rate below 4%. 38% of houses are paid off. right? And that's the reason why the market, in my opinion, hasn't really collapsed, is because those people just refuse to sell, right? The only thing that's stopping us, though, which scares me, is the fact that those people are still employed. The moment that jobs start laying off or unemployment, that number may skyrocket, causing those people to start selling. And that's when I'm like, dude, is wholesaling, do you think it's just for now, or do you think this is kind of scalable in whatever market? Is that a fear of your guys's?
The company we used to work at started in 2008.
Okay.
So
When everything was collapsing. So the roof was falling down. Okay. So I mean, you guys had kind of seen it from the company that started, and they're still around. So
I mean, it's like, it's always just, I think of it like arbitrage. Like, these people still trade stocks at a down market.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, they double down on
It's
that.
the same thing with us. It's like, you just got to buy deep, right?
Yeah, just adjust the market.
As you're trying to catch the falling knife, like, you might have to aim a little bit lower, right? From even what you think it is.
Exactly. I like that. Yeah, I love that. Catch the fall. Like, yeah, man. Because our team started pivoting when I started seeing inventory skyrocket. I'm like, okay, we got to start pivoting the way we price these houses.
Yeah, be to the market, right? Prices are going down. You want to price it here, catch that knife.
So is the
That's what it is, you know? Like, even right now, that's still, like, South LA was doing pretty strong 2-3 years ago. Now we're starting to see like a 5-10% drop off, pocket to pocket, zip to zip. So it's really like, when we shoot, we're like, okay, let's shoot 5% lower every time, like, just as a safety net. And that's how we're able to move units. So I just imagine if there's a credit collapse, like you said, to a huge increase in underemployment, we're probably just going to have to double that to sustain. If not, do
just kind of move your margins lower.
for sure.
Yeah.
We're also kind of just getting the fund ready to go crazy when something like that does happen.
Yeah.
Because in the next 3 to 5 years, there's definitely going to be a dip.
Yeah. I think nationwide right now, we've met a threshold of how high we could actually price properties in regards of where interest rates are at. And so I don't think it's going to get any higher than this, just because of where we're at and how high inflation is. So for sure, it's going to have to come down in order for affordability to happen, or rates are just going to have to come down. But if that happens, then houses are just going to be worth even more. And you're just going to either adjust high or you're going to adjust lower. So I think that's just kind of where it's at. Is the main goal for acquired to be acquired, or do you want to just continue to build it?
So we recently had a change of plans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has acquired been acquired?
So the thing with wholesale companies, and we were in the previous podcast that we were watching earlier, he goes a little bit more into it, where you can sell it. So just put it in perspective, right? So let's say a wholesale company that makes 100 million gross, right, nets $10 million, right? So they gross 100, but they net 10. Versus, let's say, a tax company, right? Or any other, it doesn't have to necessarily be tax. It could be like insurance with recurring revenue, where it grosses, let's say, 30 million, but nets the same as the wholesale company, $10 million, right? The wholesale company will only sell for a 3 to 5x return,
Right.
or multiple, which it'll be about 30 to 50 million, right? Versus the tax company will sell for about 120 to 150 million dollars. So even though it grosses a lot less, the net is still the same. In fact, the wholesale company is making way more money, and they're taking home the same amount as this tax business that's making less. But it's going to sell significantly less, because the thing about wholesale companies is owner operated. It's heavy owner operated. However, the goal right now is to really just blow it up, right? Like blow it up. Before it was to sell, right? To sell in a couple years, but now it's really to really blow it up. We're trying to build an ecosystem, right? We have an escrow company launching, the staging company. We've talked about lending. We have the deal already. So it's like building, monopolizing the entire transaction.
100%.
It's kind of like the Wedger model, right? Like, they sold Civic, but they had the lending in place. They had their PMs, GCs. Like, it's a whole, and they have the back end retail realty side, as well as the acquisition team. So start to finish, it's all one conglomerate, you know?
Right.
And that's where we're trying to get to. Like, escrow, I think we gave 10 files to our new escrow company this week. Deals. That's amazing. That's rolling. We have other partners that are feeding the escrow company dozens of files.
Dozens, yeah. And the returns on those is a lot greater versus like a real estate team or wholesale company. Yeah, escrow, you got mortgage, you got lending.
Yeah.
Because you're controlling from all sides.
The margin right now, and this is obviously subject to change, right, because it's brand new, but the escrow operates at like 42% margin.
Yeah.
Which is pretty high, dude, relative, especially if you have those bigger retail deals in there. That is by 10K rips. I mean, dude, $4,000 per file,
Insane.
50 files, 100 files a month.
Yeah, that's about right, about 40-50%. We own a couple escrow companies too here in our market, and yeah, man, that's good. But that's where we drive everything too. That's
That kind of takes care of your overhead with a lot of stuff, and then everything else is like reinvest back into the movement.
reinvest back, you know.
So just build it as big as possible and then try to figure it out.
Build the ecosystem.
You guys have kids?
No. Okay, it's no.
Wives?
Huh? No wives.
All right, so when you have kids and wives, you're going to be like, let's just sell this mother for real. No, just kidding.
We like right now the goal is, like I said, blow it up, open up multiple offices in California, and then take whatever we build here to other states.
Yeah.
Once we lock in, because no one really has California. Well, we do locked in. Like some other companies have other states, but California is so huge. There's a ton of opportunity here, and there's way bigger rips, right, versus like other states. So we can, and it's one of the hardest states to do it in, right? I've been told, like, if you can do it here, you can do it anywhere else. Because the law, even in SoCal, like escrow and title are two separate companies, right? You go to NorCal, they're the same. Anywhere else you go, it's a lot more simpler. People are nicer in other states too. I don't know, like go to the Midwest, like people are honking just to say hi to you. But if we can take whatever we did here and then just take it in other states, I think that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the rips too. Like we think of time or dollars per hour. We're spending the most amount of time trying to take over a market that makes the highest dollar per hour. Right? You see a lot of competitors. Like we talk to guys every week or every other week, where it's like, yeah, I do deals in Florida, Texas. Or like, how many do you do at each state? They're like 2 each. I'm like, dude, like why don't you lock in one, get that down in, right? Create a system for it, run it autonomous, then go get the next one. That's what we're trying to do, is like recreate ourselves with the T-Peppers, guys like Fredo, y'all. Yeah. So they could run it. It's not going to be fully autonomous, right? But at least set that up and then jump to the next one.
Love that.
Yeah. Or make them better.
Yeah.
Better than us, 100%.
We have process of duplication.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're incorporating AI and you're also incorporating tech. I heard that's like a 15x multiplier if you could do that.
And to a point where it kind of sustains itself.
We were watching a Patrick and David clip where it's like the technology of it.
Yeah, that's what people want.
Was the highest day.
Yeah.
Like EBITDA times 15, 20.
100%.
We're working on a couple things right now. We're buying other systems, but we have like an in-house engineer for the fund that's working on like the AV app platform, the auto bind and AV app to run the fund. At least on the forefront, like circulate cash offers, buy it, and look at 1,000 risk factors into buying a deal. And that's like being
Huge. Can you imagine?
You're a call right after this.
It's going to be like $1 billion idea right there.
Don't take that. That's already being worked on.
The onboarding process too, we're working with some team to it's cool because we get to keep the tech, where we're pretty much going to try to have the current process we have and then automate it all through using AI. Smart, we can keep the tech.
Yeah.
So we'll solve it and build more.
What do you guys feel the future of wholesale looks like in the next 5 years?
It's not get bad, bro.
Yeah, I like to do an assignments. Yeah, or you need a license. They introduced some law that you need to have a license, or they want you to have a license. It's just been brought up, and it hasn't been passed or anything in California, where if you want to wholesale deals, you need to have a real estate license.
Is that why you have your whole team transition get licensed? Just to prepare for that?
It's not just that. Yeah, that's why we kind of started the model with being able to buy it, because
What's that model called? Because it's not wholesaling.
concurrent closing.
Concurrent closing. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it is wholesaling, but it's buying and reselling a property.
Of course. Okay.
Which is, but we wanted to be branded more as that. Like, wholesaling is great, but it was like, let's be known as a buyer of the market. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are your properties.
Acquired there, yeah. That's we're coining it as that. We're gonna instead of wholesaling.
Yeah.
We're story for every say that's all we're doing is they're just buying properties, man.
What should investors prepare for?
In terms of like the market, or I think the future's bright. I think the future's bright. I think that for me personally, I saw how it went from 3 to 6%, and I saw like people like leaving in the industry, just doing totally different things, and ever since then, I feel like it's been slowly but surely upwards from that 3 to 6% jump.
It's that immediate shock, and then they're like, okay, this is the norm now. Let's just adjust.
in this segment, like Arvin and I, we kind of read rapid fire, but a lot of these are like, you know, you could summarize more. You don't have to just answer it because they're good for, you know, short form.
Yeah.
So rapid fire, biggest wholesale deal,
560.
560 on a wholesale deal. Talk about that.
The house was 900K over there in San Diego. I didn't know this guy. Like, combined, we got a good piece of it. But just gross fee was 560. I call escrow, right? And he will not tell me what he's making. It's just like as agreed to pay assignment fee. And I think we had it at the time at like 1.2 or something around there.
How much?
And I called escrow. They're like, yeah, we can't tell you till you get the assignment. The second I get it, I send it to him and call him. She's like, yeah, he has it at like 900. I'm like, oh shit, you know? This dude was ripping it like on a 900K house, yeah? Damn. It's funny, when we closed that deal, the mortgage broker that brought it actually called me. He's like, dude, you just bought me a Lambo. I was like, great, bro, I just bought a watch.
560,000.
That was crazy.
One deal.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible.
There's been a couple like 200s, 300s,
Man.
a good amount of hundreds.
That's how I get humbled real quick. I'm like,
Right now, just
50K.
170, right?
Yeah, 170, 175, something.
What about this one? Worst deal.
Oh, the one we did is going.
It was Arletta. What street was it on? Like Windsor or something. The fee after closing it, bro, I think it was like $380 or something.
And luckily, it was like him and I. We did the deal.
Lose money though.
No, because we did the deal. We would have did it so
I
well.
hated the fucking X. So it was like getting the buyer up, like, can you just come up $900?
Come on, PC.
There was a miscommunication from the price we had it at. Right. The guy bringing it to us, I love him, who done a good amount of deals. He like thought we had it at this price. We did it. We sold it. We're like, oh fuck, we're negative like $6,000. They were locked in, yeah.
I love it. What was your biggest flip profit?
Oxa was probably a good one, right? So, biggest cash on cash. We put in 50 grand on one. I think our net was like 180 profit.
Nice.
This is like a Gundar X.
Really?
Yeah, in Culver City, Baldwin Hills. It was actually our first. Yeah, we put in 50, made 160.
So we're right there.
That'll have you bullish, for sure.
I like you. What's your favorite CRM? You guys use one?
Go ahead, Lilo.
I love all of
We
them.
tried Salesforce. We spent 50 grand trying to get Salesforce, and we're here. And it just wouldn't work for us.
I love it. We spoke about this one. What is your favorite lead source?
Relationships. Networking.
Referrals. I love that. Yeah. Free. You got it. I thought you guys would say MLS. So like,
Relationships for myself. You guys, bro. Say this.
hey, how are you guys?
Send me your password.
Ages.
That's funny. What's one thing wholesalers should stop doing?
Stop lying about wholesaling, dude. You like sour people by telling them you're going to buy it. You bring it. It's the same song and dance. And like, that's not the best way to build a relationship if you're just going to point blank lie to them. From the first conversation you have with them.
Yeah. So how should they just approach that? Hey, bro, like I got this deal locked up.
I learned this from Midwestern. Like our old broker used to say, he's like, I'd rather have you say you're the best wholesaler out there and I'm going to sell your deal 10 times over if it's a good deal versus just saying you're the buyer. Like, I'm going to give you 10 shots to make this deal happen versus any other investor that comes in. They only have one decision to make, right? If 10 people pass on it, I could go get an 11.
That's so good.
Then look at our track record.
Yeah, clip that. Clip that. That was good. Yeah, that was really good. Love that.
I always, like, how I won deals was on merit. Like, this is what I'm going to do, but look how many more deals we do than every other investor.
It's powerful. Because they'll just keep going to you.
At the end of the day, they just want you to deliver, right? Doesn't matter what you do. They just want to get close.
Results. They're trying to get their money.
If you lost everything tomorrow,
Yeah.
starting from scratch, how would you guys operate your business?
Going back to what he said earlier, MLS, bro.
MLS.
Oh, yeah.
MLS.
Hit the MLS. We'll get grinding. We'll get the MLS. It's free. You don't need to spend any money. I mean, even if you have like Redfin and Zillow, even if you don't have the MLS, like go on Redfin, go on Zillow. One thing I always tell people is like, Go on Reference Zillow if you don't have access to the MLS. Look at the houses that are ugly, the houses that need work, and just call the agent. Just be like, hey, I saw you just close this 123 Main Street. It looks like something we would have bought ourselves. We would have picked up ourselves. You got anything else like it coming up, right? And sometimes you're planting seeds, and they may be like, a lot of them will say not right now, but a lot of them will have seller appointments this weekend, right? Call me next week or call me in 2 weeks, right? Or maybe I had one lady say, you call me at the perfect time. I have this buyer. We're trying to cancel on him. Take a look at this. Let's see what you can do, right? Or some will say, actually, I do. I have this listing, or there's this one in my office. But you do that for like 6 to 8 hours in a day. Like, I would be shocked if you didn't come out with at least 5 addresses that you can at least take a look at.
Fire. Yeah, that's fire. Can I first, real quick, in the industry, do you guys study people? Do you have like who is it, mentor or somebody that's like in the industry that you guys look up to? Give me like your top 3 people that you guys kind of look up to.
Oh, we have a segment for that, Rivera. No, it's something I love. I've seen from you guys. You guys shared a little bit about in the podcast is you're willing to put yourself in the right rooms, whether you have to pay, whether you have to travel, drive to meet with those people. How has that changed your life, your business, how you operate?
Great question.
I'll do one first.
So biggest thing is like, this is all relationship business. So how do you start any relationship? You kind of like sometimes got to just kick at the door, right? Like, so like someone's not your partner or your agent or like whatever the case, your business partner, just like out of thin air. It's like, dude, you got to take initiative to go meet and shake as many hands and build something as quick as possible. So I'd say that like that's the primary thing. People looking up to, like Panera's one of them, right? Especially when I started, you see his clips. I wasn't directly in wholesale for that long at the time. He was really blowing up.
Yeah, I'm a big on content.
You see guys like that do it. And they're smaller teams too, you know? You guys are doing millions off of working with a couple people.
How much would you guys say you spent in coaching in the last 2 years?
Couple hundred G's.
Combined.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
100 G's.
That's the last event we went to was like $15K just for 2 days each. So it was like 30 grand for a weekend.
What was the most like best ROI coaching or mentors that you spend money with?
I like Patrick. Everything Patrick does. Like I went to the vault the first time like 5 years ago.
Patrick.
And we're still going. We're taking the team. We took the team last year, the year before. We're gonna take some other team again this year. You guys should go. We should go. It's in Vegas. It's a ball conference. Let's go, Ray. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. He loves Patrick. He's always showing me.
Conference at the blackjack table.
Love blackjack. Yo, don't get me started with gambling.
He like watching me lose, man. I put some money up,
I
man.
have it just as much as you.
And I see you.
Yeah, let's go. August 30th.
Tickets are like $360. There's literally probably like 2 things different from the $300 ticket to like the $15K ticket. There's like 2 more segments of the event. Like it's the craziest $300 you ever spent.
So yeah, we'll do it. We're doing it. I'm gonna take the whole jazz. Rep required. No. With that there, we, as we bring it to a close, we always like to ask our guests, and I want you guys can have the same people, like your top 5 Mount Rushmore real estate stories. So we call it top 5 Hall of Famers that influenced you. People you don't know, you might have known. Who's your top 5 investors, wholesalers, people that influence your business?
So the number 1 apartment buyer or commercial buyer in California is in Us. This guy, it's probably worth like 2 to 3 billion just off of holdings. Guy owns like towers, a couple 100,000 apartment units probably by now, like hundreds of huge buildings. Full units are just Us. Yes. SRINIBAS. Yep. Us, Yalabur, Chile.
Good luck with that one. We're gonna have to fuck that one in.
Met him one time.
Really?
I've talked to him a good amount of times. But guys, like one thing you do like about that guy in particular, like he's the most humble dude ever.
I love that.
You call him, he picks up. What's up, brother? How you doing? Hey, that's like it's everything.
That's cool.
Is he doing easy value?
Yeah, he's paid more than anybody out there. A lot of value add, a lot of like existing builds that they go turn. But no, just like the most humble, down to earth guy. He's got all the money in the fucking world.
Right.
Huge.
Cooking it
That's
everywhere.
number 1. It's not in no particular order. Who else?
I look up to like Roddick Shaw. Like our partners in the fund, they're kind of like older versions of B&M, but they're still like they're like your little older brothers. Way. So that's like what I met these guys. And they've done a lot for us. They raised a couple billion for us to go buy properties.
They positively impacted our business a ton in the last 2 years since we started. Ron Chan.
Rob Viana, shout out Lou, shout out those guys.
Yeah.
Oh man,
FG Mortgage, Carolwood.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
What about you, buddy?
Honestly, dude, my old broker, he taught me a ton. He taught me a lot. And I was at a totally different point in my life, and he kind of like mentored me on the business side, but also on the personal side too.
It's huge.
Yeah, for sure.
Who was for a wholesale company, or was it when you were an agent?
A previous wholesale company.
Okay.
That's the company we met at. So he taught us a ton. There was another guy too. He actually dropped by our office. David Montoya, shout out to him. Dude, I learned so much from that guy. It's so funny because I would always, whenever I get like text from investors and I would know how to respond, I would just copy that message, send it to him with zero context. And he already knew, like he just would reply with the way he would reply. And I would just copy his message, paste, and then send it to the investors. So eventually it got to a point where I don't need to do that every single time anymore.
Huge.
That's the own.
There's so many people out, dude. Like, it's not really going to do. There was like Top Watkins, Just the Way guys that have done billions in transactions. Like, people you learn from on a one-on-one basis.
As you build Acquired and your guys' other companies, is your goal eventually to do more multifamily apartments?
For sure. We were looking at buying this vacant 14 unit this last week. We put it out. I don't know if you got the email on it.
Yeah,
But
Earn down.
yeah, I see. It's like, yeah. So it was a great price. It just needs a lot of work.
on rate, allegedly, we don't even know if it is or not.
Is it a tear down?
No, you could salvage it.
You can sound.
But it's like a full rebuild, you know?
Yeah. I actually sent it to one of my buddies that's buying heavily right now. If it was like 2-3 streets over, he would have got it. But yeah.
It's a big project.
No, that's the goal, is like flip apartments. We were talking too about like you asked earlier, like what would investors do? Like what should they look out for? I think like repositioning debt, like what we're doing across the board, whether it's hard money, whether it's credit lines, whether it's just any rate at all, we're trying to just renegotiate. Because a lot of these lenders in these times, they get competitive, dude. Like on every sector, the private side, the hard money side, like the cost of debt, at least for us, has gone down significantly in the last year. Like, it's great.
Time to renegotiate with your lenders.
Like this law deal we're doing,
That's good.
put it like $30K down to buy it. The team each puts in $5, they'll make like $12K a pop, you know? Wow. Without really having to touch it and look at it if they don't want to.
Let me put 5 in.
Hey. That check real quick, bro.
I'll ask both of you guys, what's one piece of advice you would give to a new investor, agent, or wholesaler?
For me, I would say surround yourself with the right people because that will shortcut so many years, bro.
Join a team.
So join a team or just go under someone else's wing, but like that will shortcut. That's the cheat code. That's the ultimate cheat code. Yeah.
I almost pay their dues.
Yeah.
What about you, Miguel?
I would say ask. Get in the business of like asking for everything. Like asking, like how this fund started. We're at dinner. We're like, why don't you guys just like give us money to go flip properties? They're like, why don't we do that? And then like boom, the fund just created out of thin air. Oh, not exactly right. That
Here's $1 million.
That's the question. Because dude, we wholesaled a deal to this one guy. I think the fee was $200K. What his net was gonna be on the deal was like 800 grand. I'm like, bro, we threw 600 G's out the window just because like we're not doing flips. Like, why don't we do flips? Like, and that sparked the whole conversation. But literally everything ever happened because like of asking somebody, asking yourself some point in time. Like,
That's so good.
stop there.
My God.
Don't be afraid to ask for anything, thanks, sir.
I love.
Worst thing they're gonna do is not give it to you either way. But
Yeah.
at least you asked for it.
What's the Bible say, or?
Ask, seek, and knock, baby. That's what the ask stands for. Ask, seek, knock.
I love it, man. You got anything else?
No, I think it was just I think honestly I watched a lot of podcasts. I'm happy because you guys really went into detail of like the process, you know. So I really thank you guys so much for being a part of that.
You guys
And
are inspiring, man.
yeah,
If you guys ever want to do like a more technical one, like actually show processes, systems, like anything, like start to finish, we're down to like hop back on it.
If we get 100 comments, whiteboard. Comments rude. Draw a whiteboard.
Where is it at? Where the comment?
Yeah. I might buy a whiteboard.
I'll tell you this though, like our business right now is at $500,000 a month. This month we should be closing out 750, 800. The overhead itself is only like 50, 60 grand a month.
Sheesh.
So if you look at the margins before paid commissions, which that's plug and play with a lot of other people.
Right.
But that's like the real potential. Because our goal between the fund and wholesale next year is to do like 20 mil. I think we can hit
You guys
that.
are, yeah, for sure. You know, it's already scaled.
But if and the overhead doesn't change much, right? Because you only have office, you only have credit line, and the marketing is vastly organic.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the name just gets bigger and bigger.
Sure, it gets a little easier every year.
100%. And then
Got a great brand.
yeah, then your agents get better. So
Yeah. Which makes it harder because there's a lot more challenges, right? But
No, we spoke on about it earlier. Where can people find you guys?
Yeah. There's Acquired TM on Instagram. I'm Rudy.cgomez on Instagram.
Biggie Swolls, he's business video acquired national there.
It's all platforms.
The logo on his shirt.
Let's go.
1% book.
you guys are going to have an event. You guys want to speak into that or not yet? Just kind of follow these guys because the event's coming up. You can meet them in person.
I follow the Eventbrite too. I recommend following the Eventbrite for the latest events.
Should be in the next 60 days, 2 months or so.
Nice.
We're trying to do 1 a quarter.
1.25. Use the word cocoa. You get a free drink. I go. Use them.
He's the pro con with the old bar.
But just so. Yeah. Well, that was episode 9 of Real Estate Sports Podcast. Guys, these guys really dove into it. I reckon you guys watched from start to finish. We really talked about the acquisition, the disposition, game planning, how to build a team. These guys answered them in a lot of detail too. And yeah, man, episode 9, Real Estate Sports. We're out, baby. Art.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, let's go, baby.